Hi, it's Dan Bunker here from United Learning Z Tech Team. We're going to have a run through of reading progress in Teams. So I've entered my class team and I'm going to set a reading progress test in assignment. So I've got the assignments channel open and I'm going to go ahead and create the assignment. I'm going to choose assignment and I'm going to give it a title. I'm going to call this Reading Progress 3. And now I need to attach and select reading progress. This gives you a choice of either uploading your own Word or PDF text or browsing the library. I'm just going to browse the library today, and I'm going to choose from section 3, which is grade 3 or not that dissimilar to year 3, and I'm going to choose Art and Artists. I can have a quick preview to see if that's appropriate. That looks just about the right level of challenge for the children I have in mind. I'm going to select that and then put in a few settings here. How many times are they allowed to attempt it before they submit? I'm going to say 3. I'm going to set a 3-minute time limit for this piece of text, and I'm going to move the pronunciation sensitivity to more sensitive. I find you get slightly better results with that. And do I want to require a video? Yes, I do. I think it's really useful that you can see the children, reading the text, and you can build up a bank of those videos if that's going to be helpful for you. So once I've put the settings in, I click Next, and I'm then going to just refine the assignment schedule here. I'm going to say it's due next Tuesday, and it's due by, let's say, 4 o'clock on that Tuesday. It's going to all my students and it will be posted to the general channel. Okay, I'm happy with all those settings. I'm going to click Assign. Now I'm going to jump into a pupil login here who's been assigned this work. I'm just going to refresh their team. There's a little notification coming up that they've got a new assignment, and they're going to go to their assignments channel and pick up the reading progress test here. There it is, Arts and Artists, and I'm going to click and run through that reading progress test, and I'm going to make a few mistakes deliberately. Okay, the camera's ready, everything's loaded. I'm going to press start and I'm going to do my attempt at Art and Artists texture. Sometimes artists use texture. Texture is the way something feels. Texture, along with lines and shapes, is another way that artists compromise through their art. When you are looking at a painting, is it bumpy or smooth? In poetry, sometimes a piece is smooth and shiny. Sometimes a piece feels rough. Sculptures have all kinds of textures. They may be soft, slim, or sharp. When we look at art, we use our eyes to see it. We use our sense of touch to feel it. Often you can look at something and you know what it will feel like. Many mausoleums will not allow you to touch the art. By looking at the art, you can sometimes see the texture the artist was using. Sometimes noticing the texture helps you better understand the art. I'm going to use that recording. I'm happy with it. That will be then added to the assignment, and I'll be able to hand that in as the pupil returning the reading progress test to the teacher. So I'm going to go ahead and click Hand In. And there's a little graphic just telling me I've handed it in. Now I'm going to go back to the teacher view and I'm just going to refresh my page, and let's see if I can see if anything's been handed in and see how the Miscue analysis has gone. So here's the one I've just done. It's pupil 1 who's handed it in, and here we can see what's happened when the artificial intelligence has kind of run through that miscue analysis. You can see where mispronunciations have been made, or omissions, words that were missed out, and when the self-correction resulted in a repetition. Now that's pretty accurate. It may not be perfect. As a teacher, you can run through the video and just change anything if it was correct. You maybe just want to replay the video at that point. Was the word eyes said correctly? Let me just backtrack on this video and have a look. Texture is the way something feels. Texture, along with lines and shapes, is another way that artists compromise through their art. Okay, so you can see there, perhaps you might want to change a couple of the artificial intelligence markings into your own. You can overwrite those just by clicking and deciding what was correct or incorrect at that point. Now what's useful is this gives you a words per minute, so you can check the fluency rate and an overall accuracy rate. It tells you how many attempts they had, and just gives you a really useful summary of how they're coping with that particular text. You can enter your feedback and return that. You can also right click and save that video if you want to build up a bank. I'm going to click on some feedback. You'd probably put something constructive in here, and I could return for revision. I want them to do it again, or I could just return. When that assignment is returned, when I jump back down to a student view and refresh the page, they'll get that feedback that you've sent. And here's the feedback for reading progress 3. They can see the feedback, and they can see their own miscue analysis. So hopefully you can see that reading progress could be a really useful tool to help you manage assessment of reading in school.